lovelies, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to do this video about Inglot because after my last 5-minute eye look that I did with my Inglot eyeshadows, I was so surprised that a lot of you never tried them or knew much about them. I suppose Inglot was quite big here on YouTube about 3-4 years ago, maybe even longer, but then suddenly it just disappeared. So as I mentioned before, Inglot is a Polish cosmetic company, and it is a very interesting history how it started. It started in the early 80s, you know, in communist Poland, and the founder Wojciech Inglot was a chemist who studied in at the university in Krakow. And he opened in 80s pharmaceutical plant, and he was just producing pharmaceuticals. But on one of his visits to USA, where he visited his relatives, he realized what a big market colored cosmetics were. And Poland at that time wasn't very adventurous in that area. If you imagine, in communist Poland, we were completely cut off from the West countries. We didn't know what was happening, and everything was produced in our company. There was no import-export. So I think the first thing he produced was a nail polish, and that took off really well, you know, different colors. And then he released the first eyeshadow called Mapka, which means little map. They were like, it was like a trio of eyeshadows, but you know, like together. Anyway, it's a story. It's a very I think it's amazing story of how he did it, you know, in Poland at that time. I will leave you a link to, because Beautylish sells some Inglot, I will leave you a link to a really good quick story of Inglot. There is on Beautylish website, so you can read it there. Anyway, Inglot is huge. It's in so many countries. They have their own independent boutiques, and you can also buy online. You can buy them in USA, because I know I've had questions of if you can get them in USA. One place you can get them is Beautylish, but you can get them from Inglot website. Now I know, because there isn't many boutiques, you know, that you can just go and swatch the eyeshadows. I will obviously swatch you the ones that I have, but if you just put in YouTube search Inglot eyeshadow swatches, I guarantee there are hundreds of videos, people swatching eyeshadows, so you can watch for hours and maybe choose your eyeshadows this way. So one way that you can buy it is the Freedom system. That's what it's called. You buy these palettes, which are very magnetic and very hard, and then you buy the individual eyeshadows. They are amazing quality. I would say I prefer these to MAC. I would put them on a par with Urban Decay, Makeup Geek. These eyeshadows are, I think, $7 or $6, and here in UK £5, and they are quite big as well. So let me just show you how you can buy them when you're on a website, all this Freedom system. So you go to Inglot website, and you can go to categories, and you choose eyeshadow. And here are all your eyeshadows. So they have cream eyeshadows, pigments, and here are the Freedom System eyeshadows. So you've got matte ones, you've got the rainbow, which has 3 eyeshadows, AMC, AMC Shine, Pearl, and DS, which is double sparkle. I can't remember what AMC means. Eyeshadow that contains special silicones and treated pigments. It boosts high, okay, so it's very silky and whatever. And then AMC Shine is the same, but it has smooth, long-lasting and crease-resistant applications. So it's just different finishes. Okay, so you can choose your eyeshadows that way. They are just eyeshadow pans, or you can go to Freedom System. That's what this is called when you choose your palette and then the eyeshadow pans. And how you shop here, say we choose, I want to buy 4 eyeshadows. So I get the 4 eyeshadow palette. You see here, it appears what you add into your bag. Then you go to eyeshadows, and in here when you hover over eyeshadow, it tells you the number, if it's matte, if it's pearly, and when you chose one, just put it into your palette, and you see it appears here. So fill up your palette, and then you can add it all to your bag. And there you go. You can do that also with brow waxes, concealers, brow powders. They all in Freedom palette. So you can add them, the brow waxes. They used to do blushes as well. I don't know if they don't do it. Anyway, that's how you shop for the Freedom system. Okay, so now let me swatch my ones. I will start with this palette. What I did, I put little stickers and wrote down what they were, because they are so difficult to get out of that palette. There is a little tool that you can buy on a website. It's like a magnet that you can touch eyeshadow with and you will pop out, but I just did that. But you can also just buy yourself the palette. I have here a bit more Inglot eyeshadows, and I also have Makeup Geek blushes. Okay, so let's start with from here. So this is 355M, and it's just a matte okay, now this one is 30 AMC Shine. That's supposed to be a dupe for MAC Naked Lunch. That's this one, very battery. So that's the 30 AMC Shine. Now this one is 399P, which means pearl. And this is beautiful pinky mauvey eyeshadow. They are very, very lovely and soft and pigmented. Okay. Then we have 397P, which is another pearly one, and it's a beautiful sort of champagne pink. Wipe my hand because got not enough room. And then the last one in this row is 31S, which is Shine or Sparkle, I can't remember. Remember that these eyeshadows I bought very long time ago, so I hope the numbers are still there, or maybe the names have changed, I really don't know. Forget the Shine AMC. When you put the number in, it should come up with what finish that is. So that's this one. Now let's go to the bottom row. Here we have 357M, which is matte, and this is a dupe for MAC Corduroy. There it is. Then we have 421P. Look how pigmented these are. This is a beautiful brown. Then we have 360M, which is another matte, and this is very cool, sort of greyish brown. Then we've got 402P, which is another pearly one, and this one seemed to be like a taupey, grey, purpley. It's very difficult to describe because they are so beautiful. They have such unusual shades. And then the last one in this palette is 378, and this one doesn't say if it's matte. It looks matte to me, but you know, on some websites, like if you go to Beautylish, they just call them matte, pearl or sparkle. So I think if you just enter the number, it should come up with the right color and the finish. And this one is again very cool, sort of grey purple. I'll put it here. Okay, so that was my Freedom palette. Let me now do the ones that I have in a Z palette, and these are the shadows that I have done my look with today. Okay, I will have to take these ones out. So the first one is 397, and for some reason on the back of the pan doesn't say if it's pearl. I think it says on the packaging, actual packaging, but on the actual pan it just gives me the number. So it's 397, but it looks to me like it might be one of those AMC shines. This is another sort of beigey pink. Then we've got 142, another type of pink. I seem to have a lot of them because, you know, I like these eyeshadows to use on my mobile lid. Oh, that is beautiful. So you can see this one is a bit more pinky than this one. This one is lighter. Then I have, this one looks matte. This is 467. That looks matte. Yeah, that is matte. This is nice, just off-white. And then this one, and that's what I have over my mobile lid today. This is 431. And this is quite lovely baby pink, beautiful color. I hope these colors show up. I'm doing it in a daylight. I don't have any artificial light, so hopefully the colors are true to life. And then the other two that I've used also on my eye is 420, which is grey, but when you look at it, it has a bit of a purple undertone to it. Can you see? It's so beautiful. It definitely has a bit of purple, like a lilac-y purple undertone. And then the last one from here, which is on my eye as well, but I've got another eyeshadow from a different palette where I blended it out, but that doesn't matter right now. And this is 378. And this is matte, and it is again sort of grey aubergine. Honestly, I am so useless at describing colors. This one is a bit patchy, I would say. This one is not the best, I would say, for blending on a hand, because on my eye it has blended out perfectly. Okay, so these were my Inglot eyeshadows. I think I used to have 4 more, but I think I've given them to my mum or my sister, I can't remember. So like I said, if you want to see the swatches, because from the website you will never get the feel for the color, please just search in YouTube Inglot eyeshadow swatches, and there will be so many videos, and maybe that will help you to choose your eyeshadows. Okay, my lovely, so I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to Inglot. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I will leave you the little story, link to the story of Inglot in the description box as well. I will probably put the numbers as I talk about them on a screen, not in a description box. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and stay fabulous. Bye.